Welcome to the Wealthy in Pajamas podcast, where it's not all about the money, but it's not about the money. I'm your host, Sonya Highfield, the Wealth Expansion Coach, here to help creatives find their real version of wealth, build profitable businesses, and be happy, healthy humans. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in today. This is another Wealthy Business Moment, and today I wanted to talk about money stories and what the heck is a money story. And I was actually just doing an interview today and sharing about money stories in this group, and thought it would be a great thing to share over here on the podcast/YouTube. So I appreciate you for tuning in today. And this is a topic that is actually pretty complex and deep. So I will encourage you, as I kind of share about it, to take your time with the suggestions, the exercises, and really just leading yourself through this process of working on your own money story. It can certainly be complicated and triggering. So if you need a safe space to do it, then please do reach out. I would love to support you and help you work on your money story. Okay, so I actually started talking about money stories like years ago when I first started this business, and it was a big piece of what I shared in the presentations, the workshops that I would do around the country and talk to basically rooms of strangers about money. So first, let me tell you what a money story is, if you're not familiar with that term. A money story is a combination of your conscious and subconscious thoughts and feelings and experiences and a variety of influences from your life and your own experiences around money that have impacted how you view and relate and use money, as well as really your lens of how you view yourself, how you view the world, how you view doing business, and basically any way that money is used in your life. So a money story is something that we all have, and it can be really helpful to start examining our money story, especially as entrepreneurs, especially as creatives, especially as people who are out here selling and promoting and marketing things that we really freaking care about and trying to better the world with our work. So your money story is influenced by your family, by your upbringing, whoever was involved in your upbringing, relatives, your friends, people in your neighborhood. It could also be influenced by your education or your religion or the media. There's a whole bunch of different things that come into play in understanding really where your relationship with money comes from, where it was formed. And it can even go beyond just, your lifetime experience with money. It can be really influenced by your family's lineage, your family's generational experiences with money. So it can be quite complex. And your own experiences with money of, receiving allowance or getting a job or, having a paper route, or maybe not receiving the birthday gifts that you asked for, right? Your own experiences around money influence your money story too. And the reason that it's important to look at your money story is to better understand yourself, which in my opinion is kind of the whole freaking point of why we're here. And really getting to know yourself and being able to examine and become aware of your own thoughts and beliefs, right? And being able to better understand your own habits and patterns which are influencing how you're engaging in the world, right? So it's not just about how you make money and how you feel about making money, although that's certainly a big piece of it. It's also about your spending habits, your saving habits, about how you are talking to yourself, thinking about yourself when it comes to engaging with money, and also how you are thinking and feeling about other people and their habits and experiences with money. So you can start to examine your money story by kind of going back in time and looking at your first experiences with money. So that's a great question to ask yourself, is what was my first money experience? And also looking at what were some good money experiences that you had? What were some negative money experiences you had? Thinking about who has really influenced your feelings around money. You know, whether it was a parent or a grandparent, or even a sibling, or your friends. It might have been, you know, getting a job and receiving a paycheck from someone. That could have been a major influence on you. Or starting to sell your own work, right? Whether it was selling lemonade on the corner, or, you know, selling a painting. Really thinking about what those experiences were like for you, and not just the transaction, but what was going on internally for you, your thoughts and feelings about that money experience. And like I said, this can be quite complex, and it can sometimes be a triggering process. So I do advise you to just, you know, be careful and considerate and thoughtful with yourself as you go back and look at your money story. And also, if you need some professional support as you do this, whether you want to talk about it with your therapist or hire me to create some safe space to talk about your money experiences and your thoughts and beliefs, just make sure to, you know, take care of yourself. So as you examine your money story, you will also see how it's probably changed and evolved over time. And also some of the areas where maybe you have a pattern that's kind of always been with you, or you have this belief that's really stuck around and is not actually serving you. And this is where we get to really evolve and change and choose what we want our money story to be like. And looking at, you know, who we want to be and how we want to engage in the world, and the relationship that we want to have with ourselves and with money, and start to look at, okay, what needs to change? What do you want to do differently? What is a habit or a belief that maybe did used to serve you, but no longer is serving you? Or something that has really never felt good to you, but, you know, it's just seemed to always been a part of your story, and now you're ready to really choose something different, to have a different experience. And the important thing when it comes to any kind of mindset work, but particularly around money mindset, is that our thoughts are not facts, which means that they can be changed. And this is a really exciting piece of the puzzle when you start to realize the thoughts and the feelings that you've had around money and how you use money don't have to stay the same. You can actually change. You can actually have a different experience, and it's totally possible. You're totally capable of it. And just like any other habit, when you're going about changing something in your money world, you're probably going to need some parameters, right? You might need some goals. You might need some new tools. You might need some support. You might need some accountability. So it's really not enough to just simply become aware and want to have a different experience. It's just going to be like any other habit that you want to build. You're going to need to make some real changes, and also figure out what is going to support you in changing your experience and sustaining that new experience. So for sure, mindset is such a big part of it. And I will tell you, one of my major like money story experiences was forever. I just felt like I was not good at saving money. That had been part of my money story for a very long time. And when I realized that I wanted to change that, I set a goal. I wanted to save $10,000. And at the time, I actually didn't have any real like accountability besides my husband and kind of this communal goal of buying a house that we had. That was really like the catalyst for my savings goal. And it was really the first time though that I had set a savings goal. So that was huge. And then becoming aware and working on my money mindset around saving really was a game changer for me. And like I said, having tools and support really can be helpful. And I think I probably could have done an even better job or done it faster if I had kind of patted myself with some more supportive things. But I really just set the goal and was very clear about the motivation for that goal. And then I went about working on my money mindset and starting to change my relationship with saving and really my relationship with myself, right? Like, why did I think I wasn't good at saving? Why did I think I was incapable of it? Why did it maybe not feel safe to save money? And really working on that mindset piece consistently. And then I didn't have like a rigid set of rules for how much I wanted to save each month. I just knew that I wanted to save that $10,000. And so every time I got a paycheck, I was still working in my photo business then. This was some years ago. I would just allocate a percentage of my income to my savings account. And again, I did not have like a perfect system, but I was really clear about wanting to change this pattern and excited to do it. Like really, there was something so great on the other side of changing the habit and getting to witness myself grow and become more capable and abundant in this area of money. So that was kind of my first really big change in my own money story. And since then, there's been lots of changes, but that one always kind of stands out to me because it was such a deeply ingrained part of who I thought I was. And being able to change and experience saving the 10K, I did it. And I did it in, I think it was between like 6 and 8 months. And it was one of those things where, to be honest, like on paper, it probably didn't really make any sense. Like looking back, I was kind of like, I don't even really know how I did all that, but I did it. And it really was just a game changer, a life changer for my own money story. So I will encourage you to look at the areas of making, saving, and spending. You could also add debt or investing to those categories and start to examine, how are you currently thinking and feeling about those areas of money? Where do you have some thoughts and beliefs and patterns that have really been with you for a long time? And examining which ones of those actually are serving you in a positive way currently, and which ones are not serving you, right? So not serving you might mean that you don't feel safe and secure with your finances. It might mean that you're in a lot of shame. It might mean that you're feeling unempowered. It might mean that you're feeling afraid. It might mean you're feeling anxious, right? It might mean that you're not taking care of yourself the way that you really want to, or investing in your business the way that you want to. So there's no right or wrong answers here, right? Your money story is your unique money story, and you can change it. If there's things that you want to change, that you want to do differently, that is totally possible. And it starts by, sitting down, acknowledging where you're at, and also really getting excited about where you want to go, who you want to be, the relationship that you want to have with money, and an overflow of money in all ways, and really how it's contributing to your overall wealth, aka well-being. So I hope this was helpful. Definitely grab a journal and write down any prompts that came through that were helpful for you. Come back and listen again if you need some repeat on those questions. And if you need help with this, then definitely reach out. Like I said, I would love to support you and allow you to have a healthier, happier relationship with your money and with yourself. So thanks so much for tuning in today, and I will see you or hear you on the next episode. Hey all, thank you so much for tuning in today. It would mean the world to me if you could subscribe, share, and leave a review so more people can learn about this work and access their true wealth. And if you'd like to continue your wealth work, please pop onto my email list so you can choose your own wealth adventure, whether that's applying for one-to-one coaching, accessing my DIY content, or staying tuned for upcoming wealth boosting programs. You can find all that at the following link, bit.ly/wealthypjs, PJS. bit.ly/wealthypjs. Join me there and let's get wealthy.